VGBootCamp. Alright, we got PBJ and Bagel Baits. Other set of winner semis here. These players I'm also familiar with. Solid Falco Marth. This is the matchup you just saw if you were watching the previous set. How about that? These guys, I think, go back and forth. If not in Falco's favor, but we'll see how this set goes right now. That was some cool DI. Didn't really have any hit stun with how the dare hit him. Interesting stuff. Definitely some sloppy nairs in approach from the Falco. Laser, immediate jump in, not even an undershot or overshot nair both times. That's just going to get a shield grab or a dash dance grab in this matchup. Almost guaranteed, but nonetheless, we have a cheeky little kill there from Marth. That's what you hate to see as a Falco fan. But it is kind of inevitable. It's the tax we play playing such a good character. If you get clipped off stage, edge guarding, you're likely to die. Oh, there it is again. I was talking about this the previous set I commentated. All these players getting good at slide off, but not only slide off, the option after is the slide off the air. Right there we saw Bagel Baits get hit by an up air on the platform tech chase, rolling towards the corner, which if you're ever in that scenario, you hold, I think it's down on the control stick, away on the C stick. My hands know how to do it, but maybe not my brain. But you hold directions on the two sticks, and you will slide off the platform, canceling your hit stun. Almost saw it again there with the slide off DI. But what you do after that is important, because you're still in disadvantage. You're still above Marth. And if you just fall down with something laggy like an aerial, you can get grabbed, you can get up tilted again. What we saw Bagel Bites do, this is a few stocks ago now, but he slid off and then immediately double jumped a waveland to the top platform. Just completely getting out of that interaction. Let's reset. I'm on the top platform. Maybe not exactly where you want to be against Marth, because it can be hard to get down against this character, but Falco's good on the top platform, so I'd say that's pretty close to a true reset. And to get out of the Marth combo at like 30%, get to the top platform, juicy stuff. Probably should have been talking more about PBJ, who solidly won that game, but I'm just interested in the slide-off interactions right now, I guess. Let's see where we go. Game 2. I would say Marth strikes Streamlight, because Marths don't like that stage. More and more Marths, I think, are liking it, but the platforms do make some of the combos a little harder. And then we go to Fountain, bizarre. I have started to like Fountain more as a Falco player. There's definitely some weirdness on this stage, but you can get to learn to love it, no doubt. Either way, Bagel Bite seems to like the stage, and that's why we're here. Doing well so far. Edge guard. Kind of got lucky there. Flubbed the timing. Didn't even get a crouch cancel, but he's at low enough percent there that hitbox of the up B negative on hit, and able to get a down smash off and clutch the edge guard. Good pressure on the shield. Love some laser pressure. It's always fun to mix in. Ooh, not the greatest downer there, but luckily PBJ rolls away, so he's not going to get punished. That Marth has a lot of privilege, but to not have to think about so many shield interactions and just grab, I think is one of his greatest privileges. There, down smash like that, it's so many characters that have to do more to punish him, because it pushes you back so far. But Marth doesn't care, because as far as Marth slides back on any shield hit, his grab goes just a bit further most of the time. It's bizarre to me. But either way, down smash on shield is going to get you punished by any character if they can move out of shield quickly. So not the biggest deal. Not the most privileged thing we saw. That was a good punish on the get-up attack from Bagel Bites. And just pretty solid play from him so far. This could be a good stage, you know, to push Marth into the corner. I love how the platforms work for Falco. Old school knowledge is that it messes up his short hop laser, but if you're just spamming laser in the corner, you're just gonna get messed up anyway. I like the platforms because they add a lot of edge cancel interactions. That can be great for corner pressure, combos, anything. And Falco's down air and up tilt really just destroy any platform interaction when the platforms are low. You get to see that a little bit on Yoshi's story, where Falco's up tilt can hit the side platforms where there's no slant. And it makes a real big difference, I think. But that happens even more here on Fountain, because the platforms are routinely at a low height. Alright, last stock. This will not be a set decider for PBJ, as the top 6 sets are best of 5 here at Xanadu. So no matter what, we'll be seeing some more melee. Which, you know, that's what we're all here watching for, so love to watch more melee. Ooh, that F smash could seal the deal here. I would love to see a Marth killer. Really doesn't give Marth any interaction on that sort of edge guard, but neither did Bagel Bites edge guard there. Very solid. Goes out with the back here. Love to see that. Putting us at 1-1. FD, of course, is a stage where chain grabs happen. I presume we will see a few grabs at least, probably in a sequence of multiple. Only 3 there into the up tilt. The up tilt, of course, is a percent thing that Marths do to avoid slight DI shine. It's a thing Spaces can do on a few chain grabs, actually. Falco and Fox can get out of... Maybe it's just Falco. I'm going to talk about Falco because they have slightly different weights, and I don't know Fox's chain grab escapes as well. But Falco can slight DI and get his frame 1 move that is also invincible to break him out of chain grabs in both the Fox and Marth matchups. So that's why you'll see Foxes and Marths actually both use up tilt to make sure they don't get hit by it. And depending on the DI on the up tilt for Marth, there will still be a follow-up, so either a tech chase or into another grab. So up tilt, you know, not as good as just chain grabbing to 90, but definitely still keeps them in a combo, which is better than getting shined out of your combo, as it turns out. That, if I had to guess, was meant to be a shine. That'll happen sometimes when you're dashing. To get that sort of shine, he definitely wasn't jump canceling, because you wouldn't have seen that texture if that were the case. What he was doing there was dashing, and then as he was holding to the right, he started to hold down. That is a way to get grounded moves at a dash in this game. Once you hold down at a dash, at a certain point, your character will get into the crouch. And if you act quickly out of that crouch, it pretty much looks like, oh, that guy just dashed up and did a down smash or a down B. But in fact, he dashed up, crouched for maybe a frame, and then did a down B. But while you're holding right and down, if you're holding a little more right instead of down, you're going to get a dash into side B, which is how Bagel Bites lost his 3rd stock, which arguably lost him the game there. But who's to say how it would have gone? Now we have Dreamland. I was talking about straight strikes earlier. This was a best of 5, so obviously there was no stage strike from Marth, so Bagel just likes FOD even more than Dreamland. Baffling. I mean, I'm on the wave that Dreamland isn't always the best counter pick. I think it's pretty dependent on Marth and the playstyle at mid-level. I'm not quite sure I'd counter pick Marth to FOD. Either way, we are on game 4 here. Game point for PBJ. And both players looking solid on their first stocks. Laser shine, a beautiful thing. That's the advantage of approaching with laser. If you get an approaching laser off, you're going to be right in their face, and if the laser hits, it can confirm into a shine if you're close enough. And if they shield and the laser hits and you're close enough, it's safe shield pressure with shine. So really good to come into someone's face with a laser. The only problem is you don't have a hitbox out, so it'll lose to things that are, you know, starting up before it, like Sheik's forward tilt in place or Marth short hop fairing. The laser, unlike maybe a short hop downer, is never going to beat that out. No spacing, no timing really, except for, you know, some really late moves. But if you do get in with a laser, the world is yours, you know. It leads into a shine directly or shield pressure. Ooh. Falco definitely opting to tech to the corner of these side platforms, specifically for that slide out the eye. We talked a lot about what the spacey will do after the slide off or to get the slide off, but the other side of that interaction is how does Marth counter the slide off? Well, there's a few things you can do to make sure they can't slide off in the first place. If you're worried about slide off the eye on not a Dreamland platform, but a lower platform, and you want to follow up with an up tilt, you can up tilt so it would hit them in the opposite direction of the corner of the platform. If you do that, they won't have a trajectory taking them towards the edge, and there's no way they can slide off that edge. If you want to do an up air, you can delay that up air. If you delay the up air long enough, there's not going to be enough momentum for them to get that slide off the eye. Or maybe they'll have stopped holding the directions on the sticks to get the slide off the eye. In either case, they will get popped up instead of popped off the edge of the platform with no hit lag. The last thing would be to just punish the slide off afterwards, do an up air, and punish the option Falco does at a slide off. Something like immediate up tilt or maybe dash chance grab. Ooh, that was close. That downer would have sealed the deal for sure. But Bagel Bites still with a chance. That was the approaching laser we were talking about earlier. Into a F smash, the opposite direction. I'm not sure that's, you know, maybe that's something just in his repertoire. That is a kill setup I've never seen. It's not going to combo. As we saw there, it even traded, the forward smash traded with a Marth fair. But at certain percents, that's a pretty deadly option. Approaching laser hits you close. If you hit the laser close, you go for an F smash. It's interesting. Sealed the deal for that stock. Let's see if Bagel Bites can take this stock, and he does. Wow, a close set. Some flubs there from PBJ. Very common in a tournament set, you know. Get some nerves. Oh, I just need to take this last stock. I'm up 2, you know. Oh, I lost my stock. It's 1-1, but I'm invincible. I'll come down. I'll hit him off. Oh, the percent's even now. And you're freaking out. And then you lose. You up B under Dreamland, get pineappled. Hard to keep your composure for sure. Definitely a mental game, as any single player competitive thing is, but Let's hope both these players have some good mental game and we have some clean melee here for game 5. Ooh. Definitely a flub on the up smash, but since Falco teched towards Marth, he didn't have time to punish the tech still, and takes the first stock. Let's see how Marth gets out of the corner. Just tech rolls in and dashes out. Falco's definitely going to want to put Marth in the corner. Very pivotal to the matchup. Ooh, that up air should not have killed. Might have been a DI mix-up with Bear, but I think you DI for up air there and you never die. Because up air, if you DI it to the side, it will hit you almost horizontally. That move is very DI-able, has a very wide range of trajectories it can send you. But he DI'd the up air in, and it went in off the top. Ooh, that F smash could have been grabbed. That's that Marth privilege thing we talked about earlier. There are some characters where Falco can reliably space an F smash. You can do it versus Marth, you know, if they're shielding, you can space an F smash, but that F smash was in Marth's shield grab range for sure. I can guarantee that. Slide off the eye and then Bagel Bites rolls in to get out of that Marth combo. Let's see the recovery option. Up B high and go straight down the ledge. Worked for him. We have some laser neutral and a down air. Down air, a move that all Falco mains get into the habit of using a lot in their repertoire. Not so good over 150. Not many direct follow-ups, you know, maybe you can get a tech chase if they miss a tech, but I think as a Falco main, I've learned that when a player's at over 130, I should use down air a lot less, because it's not gonna kill. My other aerials will kill at a high percent. Snare and Bear will definitely kill, but Falcos think, oh, I'm coming down. Down air is my best move, I have to down air. Not always the case. And not always the highest risk or reward aerial. But we get trained to think it is, because it's a pretty damn good move. Some windmill shenanigans you'll have to see. Let's see if it affects his punish. It does not. Doesn't give Bagel Bites any escape options. But PBJ does. Goes for a down air that's not going to connect. Making this an even game. Some pivot jabs on the windmill. Did not expect to see pivot jabs from Falco this game. But quite impressive. Definitely some tech I am not very good at. So, cool to see. An unfortunate flub there off the ledge for the Falco. Lasering the wrong way. PBJ wasn't out of range or didn't do anything to cover double laser, so if he had lasered the correct way, definitely would have got hit. Again, we see that interaction I talked about. Bagel Bites does the slide off DI, but is stationary afterwards, so PBJ just grabs where the Falco lands after the slide off DI. Ooh, that's a cool little power shield. That laser was at the top of the shield, so the animation of it went to the back and then came through. A lot of times you'll see that in a power shield. It looks like the laser was already gone through the other side, but if it is getting power shielded by the top part of the shield, it'll go through and then come right back. Power shield grab.